Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're actually going to be taking a look at a comment on my YouTube channel. Someone's needing some help with some flows, and I thought this was a good question, and I actually have built out a flow solution for it. But before we dive into the question, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm putting out new Salesforce content each week. I really appreciate it. And let's take a look at the comment. So as you can see, we got a comment here. It says, hey, I have a question regarding a flow I want to create. A credit score range should be automatically updated whenever value in credit score is updated. For example, credit score is updated to 600, then the credit score range should be updated to 699 and below. So credit score ranges would include, and then there's a list of ranges. And then I chose the record trigger flow, but I'm not sure about which element to choose on how to achieve this flow. Can you help me out? This is a great question for a flow. There's a few different ways you can go about it, but I will show you how I did it. So I've created a record triggered flow. This flow fires off the account object. It wasn't specified what object we were really looking at. So what I did is on the account object, I went ahead and created two fields. The fields are called credit score and credit score range. Credit score range is a pick list field of the values that were in the comment, so 699 and below, 750 and above, and then the other two ranges. And then credit score is just a field where the user can input any number into. And I could go on to the layout and make this read only, but I haven't done that yet. What I did to make this flow work is a record trigger flow on the account object. I don't have any restrictions right now, so you could do it if it was like, if an account was updated, you could make it is changed on the credit score field if you'd like, but I did is created or updated. That way, whenever you create an account, if someone puts in the credit score number, it will update the range, and then the flow fires. Then I have it coming down to a decision element. Now, what this decision element does, it has four different options. So if the value of credit score on the record that triggered the flow is greater than 750, then it's going to go the path of 750 and above. And then I put in the other requirements here. So 720 to 749. So if the credit score range is greater than or equal to 720, but less than or equal to 749, then it goes down this path. And then I did the same thing for the other options. And this is just 699 and below, which is your last option. Now, as you can see, it triages out here into four different options. So looking at the 750 and above, we can look at this element. You can see that, use the account record that triggered the flow. Credit score range is now 750 above. That is one of the pick list choices. As you can see, if you take this out, there's your four pick list choices, and I set that to 750 and above. I'll hit cancel. And then the flow just ends and it updates these here. Now, I'll show you how the flow works. Now, currently the credit score is set at 800. I want to put it at 600. I'm going to save the account. And as you can see, it was at 600. Now it's 699 and below for the range. I can change it to let's change it to like 719. We'll save it. And as you can see, the flow is updated to 700 to 719. And we can change this to 720 now. And we'll get the third range option, which is 720 to 749. So it's a pretty simple flow. There is other ways you could do it. You could technically create a new resource and have a formula element to calculate this with like bunch of if statements. So if the credit score range is 600, do this. If it's in this range, do that. But this is, to me, is like the simplest solution. And you could make it do other things if you wanted to, and restrict it if you like. But this is a pretty straightforward flow. And then I'll show you can on the new account creation. We'll create a new account real quick just so you can see how that the flow runs there as well. I want to plug in a number here of let's do 675. Because it's not restricted to read only, you can select it right now, but I'm not going to. We'll hit save. Create the new account. We'll look at the details and look at that. 699 and below with a credit score of 675. So there is your flow right there. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. And if you have any other questions on flows or any other topics you'd like me to make a video about, please leave it in the comment section. I do read them, and I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.